Assalamu alaikum. We are the team of NewsNet, and today I will be showing you a demonstration of News Explorer, a powerful tool designed to help you navigate, analyze, and extract insights from news articles across the web. In today's information-rich world, we're constantly bombarded with news from multiple sources. Finding relevant information and connecting dots between related stories can be overwhelming. That's where News Explorer comes in. News Explorer uses advanced AI and natural language processing to help you find relevant articles based on your query, discover connections between related news stories, generate comprehensive summaries from multiple sources, and ask specific questions about the articles you've selected. Let me show you how it works. This is News Explorer. This is where you enter your news query and you select the number of seed articles you want to give it. The number of seed articles act as a starting point for your query, and from there you can get the relevant articles you need. Let's suppose that you want to search about the harsh weather conditions that occur in Pakistan, them being the floods occurring due to the monsoon season. I have generated a relevant query to that, which is tell me about flooding in Pakistan due to monsoon season. Now I will select the number of seed articles as 4. That means I have 4 separate starting points for this exact query. When I search this, I will get 4 seed articles that I can get from this. Now, just a disclaimer, this is a year's worth of data from 2023, the year of 2023, and these are the relevant articles that it gave. The first one being NDMA warns of urban flooding landslides as Pakistan braces for pre-monsoon showers from June 25th. As you can see, this is from Dawn News, and this is of June 23, 2023. If I select this article, I will get the relevant related articles to this. Those being flood alerts, other offices warning other areas, people dying in monsoon flooding, other regions seeing flooding. NDMA warns of flash floods as rains wreak havoc in parts of Balochistan. As you can see, that this is June 23, 2023, and this is July 26, 2023. You can see that this is moving through time, and it shows how stories have progressed and how different things have occurred. We will select this related article. We will select another article called PDMA issues flood warning amid downpour forecast this week in KP, one being from Balochistan, the other being from KP. Then we can see heavy rains inundates low-lying areas of Rawalpindi, and urban flood warning for parts in KP, Gilgit-Baltistan, Punjab, and Balochistan. Now, I have selected these 5 articles, and now I want a query from these articles. That query can be anything you want to know that happened in these news, and whatever you want from these articles. That can be the query that I have generated is tell me about the authorities that warned about floods and the actions they took regarding these floods. Now, what our News Explorer would do is from these articles answer this question. Let's search. This is now currently invoking the LLM to generate an answer according to these exact articles that we have selected. Now, this is the response that it gave. The key authorities involved: NDMA, PMD, PDMA, and Climate Change Minister. The key authority that those were involved. These are the warnings issued and actions taken. NDMA warned about flooding and directed provinces to ensure public safety and cautioned about potential flash flooding. The PMD warned about the low-lying areas of Punjab, KP, and Gilgit-Baltistan, and advising tourists to stay informed about weather conditions. Then there is the Climate Change Minister, the PDMA in KP, and the NDMA warned flash floods in parts of Balochistan, Punjab in the next 24 to 72 hours in July of 26, 2023. These are the timeline of events and how they took place, and how, as you can see, that a flood actually came into being after the initial warning of NDMA. These are the sources. As you can see, generally they're all from Dawn because the data we currently have is from Dawn. Now we will be exploring another query that can be seen in our News Explorer. This here is another query. Now I've asked about, tell me about earthquakes in Pakistan. I have selected a seed article, tremors jolt northern parts of Pakistan, of parts of country, and I have selected various articles that tell about the earthquakes that came in Islamabad, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and the responses that were taken. I will now I will paste a query here, which talks about how earthquakes affected different cities and the safety measures that were taken. Now we will see what sort of answer our News Explorer generates. This is again invoke the LLM, and these are 3 articles that we've selected. This is the sort of response it has generated. Now it tells us about earthquake impacts on cities. On January 6th, the affected areas were Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Islamabad, and some cities of Punjab. These are the impacts. No casualties reported. People ran into open spaces due to tremors. And then these are the multiple other affected areas and the magnitudes of earthquakes that came. The safety measures that were taken. The disaster response is the article that we selected tells us about how the authorities need to prepare for disasters, mitigate their effects, and highlighting the importance of preparedness which they did not have. This is the timeline of events and how it happened, and now I will be exploring another query. Here there is another query. Now we went a little bit more specific this time. We've asked, tell me about Karachi heat waves. I've selected my seed article. Karachi endures year's hottest day as mercury surges to 39 degrees Celsius. This is of May 11, 2023. Then we have selected many other related articles, and this is the query that we have given it. What are the difficulties faced by people in Karachi due to the heat waves? Let's see what it generates. These are our related articles. So, summary of heat waves impacts on Karachi residents. The high temperatures were shown in the timeline of heat events and how it went up, and then in October it went a bit more down. But the heat waves were quite consistent in the months of May and June. See, and these are how the high temperatures are affecting people's lives, them being heat stroke, dehydration, and other health problems, how they can't do their daily routines and travel to work and other many things, and how the disproportionate impact on low income groups is being told in these articles. These are the various sources, and this is the basic crux of our News Explorer in practical effect, and this can be used for any multiple number of things. We can ask about anything that happened in a year, and you can get your answers, summaries, timelines, effects, causes, and anything you need basically. Thank you very much for this. Thank you very much for taking the time out of your day to look at News Explorer, and peace. Bye bye.